Hey Minecraft folks, Emily here, and I want to talk a little bit today about moderation in Minecraft. I know that sounds really crazy, um, but just got a few examples here that are ways to A, reduce client side lag, and B, reduce server strain. Um, because a lot of people, hey, no one wants lag, right? Um, so, I guess for starters, you can see that I've eliminated this room with the Thaumcraft. Stuck there for a second. The arcane lamps, um, and they create these little balls here wherever the darkness is. And you can see if you were to press the F7 that we don't have any areas that would spawn mobs. Um, but they do create like a tile entity, and so if you're using these to on a very large scale, um, it can create some server side lag, so which can cause like the ticks per second to go down and all of that jazz. So that's just something to keep in mind, and also it's more stuff for your PC to load, especially if you have like the smooth lighting on or anything like that. It can cause some client side issues as well. So right here we have a little enchantment area set up. Open blocks. They look really cool. You can make a whole wall out of it, and it looks baller, and I totally get it. Um, Problem is, they cause a lot of client side lag, especially if you're running a potato. So take your, you know, they're really handy because now I can reach down here and pull out um, my experience, do my enchants, uh, and then I can go over here and drop that experience back into this XP drain. And then what I have here is a little setup to where it pulls the experience out of the XP drain and into the drum. And then from the drum, it pulls out and goes under here into the liquid XP tank, so that my XP tank will always stay full um, as I use it, and that is until I've used all the XP in my system and need to get more XP. So it's just a good way to reduce client side lag. That's what we're talking about there. Multi-block structures. So, for instance, Tinker's Construct Smelteries. Um, so, a multi-block structure is going to constantly check itself to make sure that it is complete, which adds more ticks and pings, I guess, towards the server. So you can cause some server side lag there. And the bigger it gets, especially on like a smeltery, which seems to have. I mean, I've seen some really gargantuan ones, but it's just not necessary. So you know, if you're wanting to keep a server running smoothly for the sake of other players and the staff not wanting to murder you, or just go in and regen your area, because trust me, I've been tempted, um, then just using like some moderation in these areas can be really helpful. So this smeltery actually holds 63 blocks of ore and everywhere. And as you can see, I've got 500 ingots of molten gold in it right now. But and that's, I mean, come on, people, how much more do you really need? um, to do your smelting, and then I'll let you know a little secret, and that is if you put hoppers underneath these guys here, and you put a little redstone clock right there, you can keep emptying your smeltery out without you actually having to manually do it. So if you're using this for your primary or processing early game, um, just stick you a redstone clock right here, and it would do both, or put it like right here, and it would only do the ingots. And then you don't have to fool with it. So that's kind of nice. Um, Another thing I wanted to show you guys is so on the server that I primarily play on, which is Chaos Dragons, I'm one of their co-owners. My character there is Invader Jadzia. Um, we have what we call a rule of moderation, and that is multi-block structures can't be bigger than 12 by 12 by 12. Again, so this is a big reactors multi-block. I've got a 5 by 5 by 7 reactor right here, and it's It's pumping out the steam for both of these turbines. And here's the cool part. Turbines can only hold 80 blades. After that, they lose their efficiency. So this is just two setups of the turbines, two different configurations, so to speak. But they're both actually the same as far as how much power they put out. So I've got lots and lots of plutonium, lots and lots of yellorium because I don't want to have to come and play with it. So you can see that we're using just about 0.1 millibuckets a tick. That boils down to about one yellorium ingot every 15 minutes, and so you're going through 4 yellorium every hour, which is pretty darn efficient. And you can see that we're only, quote unquote, only putting out 3,500 millibuckets per tick of steam. But we're full on our steam, and we're adequate on our water here. And that is because, so turbines, if you can look here, this one's running a little bit fast. Now, granted, it'll say right here, speeds over 2K RPM or over speed may cause turbine to fail catastrophically. So the dev originally wanted to make it to where these things could like explode and throw crap everywhere. But it was never completed, and so although it says that, your turbines will not blow up your base as of right now, unless the dev goes in and changes stuff. But so you see these two sweet spots. If you were to look here, right here, rotors perform best at 900 or 1800 RPM. So at 900, I would be putting out about half of this, but at the full, right around, like we said, we're just over 1800. And we're putting out this is the max. I have tweaked, I have played. I can't get it to go much higher than 21,000 RF per tick. And the way that you edit this is increasing and decreasing the flow rate of the steam. So we've got that going in pretty swell. Same thing on this one, as you can see, right around the same, similar RPM, and actually the same millibuckets per tick going in. And this one only has 71 blades. Did I miscount? I must have miscounted at one point when I made that, because maximum is 80 blades. But this one over here, I believe, does have... Oh no, it only has 71 blades as well. Alright, I miscounted. Not that it makes really a huge difference. No, that's... Oh, I know what it is. It's because we've decreased the millibuckets. It has the 80... We have 80 blades, but we're only utilizing 71 of them for efficiency status, because of the decreased amount of steam that we're letting it go in to keep it at the sweet spot. Okay, I've slept since I've made this. This one is, I believe, I had it written down somewhere a long time ago in a far away land. I believe it's like 22 by like, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. It's like 7 by 7 and then 22. This one is 11 by 11 by 11. And this is pretty much, like I said, you don't have to go any bigger than this, because all you really need is 80 blades to be at maximum efficiency on your turbine. And this is blocks of Enderium. And they are the most efficient, put out the most power, and these are maxed out. You can only do 4 rows of, and they go all the way around the turbine shaft, and so there's 8 around it. And this is something else I wanted to show, because a lot of people are like, hey, well, I need more power so that I can get ore faster through my MFR laser drill. So what I did was I got this here, Ender Energy Conduit, and we'll show you right here. It puts out little less than 21,000. And this is the fastest conduit that I know of as far as maximum amount of energy that it can transfer. Um, and so it can transfer just a little over 2,000 or 20,000, and we're putting out 21,000 over here. So we're doing all we can. I put all of that in, 4 pre-chargers, put it in here. Um, we're full. That's why it won't take anymore. So, if we look here at our work, it says that I timed it out. It's around 16 to 17 seconds for each piece of ore, which is pretty great. But then I was like, well, what if I was to connect creative energy cells, which can put out 100,000 RF per tick, and see what would happen? Same thing. My thing is full. And you look here, and what do you know? It's the same. 16 to 17 seconds per ore. So that's it. That's all they'll accept is about 21,000 RF per tick. So uh, with this setup here, I've got the one turbine pumping out that much. One 5x5x7 reactor is putting out enough steam for both of these turbines. So I have this turbine here with the 21,000 RF per tick to run all of my machines. That's really all you need. I know on Chaos Dragons, our rule is individual players can have one reactor with 2 turbines. Groups may have 2 reactors with 4 turbines. Um, but no more than that. And then reactors can only be 12 by 12 by 12, which also puts out a pretty good hunk of juice. You can actually get the reactors to put out more power than the 2 turbines. However, you're using more Yellorium, and you actually, in most cases with most players, you won't use as much power as you're pumping out. So just kind of keep that in mind. Um, anyway, so that's a little bit on moderation in Minecraft. Keep in mind that there's 2 different types of lag. There's client-side lag, which is your computer, your graphics card not able to render everything, and there's server-side lag. So, anywho, if you have any questions, please post them below, and y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.